What do you want to be when you grow up? This is a question many of you have probably been asked at some point during your childhood. I think it triggers a different question. What is it you want to do for the rest of your life? And that's a very difficult question to answer because it is something that we have to decide during our time at college. So today I am here to persuade you, regardless of what major you've chosen or what field of interest you've picked, that you should research alternative majors in your field of interest because you may discover a previously unknown possibility that could change your life for the better, or at the very least, it could give you confidence that you've already made the right choice. Let me begin by discussing why you need to do more research. This is something that has affected me personally because I've always known I wanted to work in the tech field, but I never quite was sure what major I wanted to choose. So I defaulted to the most common one of the most common majors you can get for in the tech field, which is management information systems. Most of the colleges in Texas have it, and I didn't think twice about it. But then I decided that, you know what, I need to do more research. I need to find that job that speaks to me, the one that I could have a passion for. So I went to A&M University, went to a counselor, and asked them, what other options are there? And they told me about the technology management program. And this program was perfect for me because it had a built-in business minor. It would allow me to graduate a year early, and it had a built-in internship. And I realized that if I had not gone looking, I would not have discovered that there was a better option. But you might be asking yourself, well, I already know what I want to do. I don't need to look any further. Well, then I would ask you this question. How many people do you know decide to go back to college? Because I know a lot, from family members to church members to friends. They decide to go back to college because the career they picked does not give them the satisfaction that they want. And one thing that strikes me about this is the people I know who go back to college, they don't go back for fun. They don't go back because they just finished high school and it's, obvious next step is to go to college. There is no other option. They go back because they see a different path. They see something that can give them the satisfaction that they want out of life. And they know exactly what to go back to get. And they've done their research. Which is why I would like to present you with a scenario. Suppose you are someone who wants to be a healer. Suppose you don't like the current position you're in, but you know exactly what you want, is that you want to help people, you want to heal people. And you know you want to work in medicine, but you don't know what major you want to choose. So you decide to default to the most obvious one, to be a doctor. You may not want to spend 8 years in college, go hundreds of thousands of dollars into debt, but you don't see any other option. But there is. You can go to a website like BLS.gov, which is a government website that provides statistics and information about a lot of majors and field of interest. Everything from the employment, the job outlook, to the employment change, to how much you would earn, and the education level required. And all this is relatively updated because this is an optional Outlook handbook, and this version is 2015 to 2016 version. And it's places like these, websites like these, that would let you know, like if you wanted to be a doctor, but you didn't want to spend 8 years of your life in college, and you didn't want to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars, or maybe you don't have the money to to be a doctor. You can become a physician assistant, which only requires a master's degree, and you would earn, on average, $100,000, close to $100,000. So if you take away anything from my speech today, it is that it doesn't matter if you agree with me with whether or not you should look at other majors, or whether or not you should seek a different path. Just take away that you should go home, you should go to BLS.gov and research. Because in the worst case scenario, you find a career path. You find out that the career path that you have chosen is the one perfect for you. But in the best case scenario, you find a different one that's better, or one that you might find that fulfills your dreams and your ambitions. So